Hello and welcome to ABN Weekly Church News tonight. We will highlight several stories from around the world. Like the video, leave your comments and also share. I am Jani Rabson for Advent Broadcast Network. Adventist world leader speaks on the challenge of evangelism with young people. Pastor Abner de los Santos, 59 years old, prefers to present himself as a pastor, even though he has accumulated experience as an administrator within the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I want to be an administrator continuing as a pastor, he says, reinforcing his way of facing the reality of someone who has responsibility for the global direction of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Born in the Mexican state of Tabasco, de los Santos is completing 36 years of ministry in 2022. He began his journey in the Adventist organization as a district pastor at the headquarters of the South Mexican Union, then moved through school activities to administrative positions. In administrative functions, de los Santos served as executive secretary and president of the Conference and Union, which are two types of Adventist church organizational levels for specific regions. He also served as vice president of the Inter-American Division, responsible for administering the Adventist Church in Central America and some South American countries, until he was appointed, in 2015, as one of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's world vice presidents. In 2022, he was led to a new term in that role, shared by 7 other leaders. As one of the vice presidents within the Adventist world leadership, the Mexican is responsible for acting as an overseer or advisor to 3 departments: children and adolescent ministries, youth ministries, and health ministries. The son of a pastor who served for 37 years, de los Santos knows the reality of ministry very well. And, in the same way, he understands the challenges and opportunities the Adventist Church will have in the coming years. Married to Leticia, they have 2 young children, Abner Obed, 33 and a dentist, and Itzel, 30 and a nurse. The world hit a new milestone on Tuesday. The global population has reached 8 billion people, according to a projection by the United Nations. The UN and other public officials are wringing their hands about what they deem to be overpopulation of the planet. But economic experts point out that population growth can lead to economic growth, which is good for everyone. Most of the world's growth is happening in sub-Saharan Africa. Populations in the region are growing at 2.5%, more than 3 times the global average. Even leftist climate theorists say population growth in those countries does not threaten the planet. Population is not the problem, the way we consume is the problem. Let's change our consumption patterns, said Charles Kenny, a senior fellow at the Center for Global Development in Washington. China is still the most populous nation on Earth, but India is expected to surpass it in the coming year. Meanwhile, the UN admits that population rates are actually expected to drop by 1% or more in 61 nations. The UN projects the world's population will reach around 8.5 billion in 2030, 9.7 billion in 2050 and 10.4 billion in 2100. ADRA emergency relief operations are underway to assist earthquake victims in Indonesia. ADRA, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, has escalated emergency operations to help thousands of Indonesians affected by the massive earthquake that struck the country on Monday, November 21. The 5.6 magnitude earthquake shook Indonesia's West Java province and 4 other districts, killing at least 268 people, injuring over 1,000, and displacing nearly 60,000 families, children, and individual citizens. According to local officials, the death toll may rise as a result of numerous reports of victims still trapped beneath the rubble, with more than 150 people reported missing. ADRA is already on the ground, working with the local government, other trusted partners, and churches to quickly assess the situation. ADRA emergency response teams are being deployed to the hardest-hit areas to identify and assist vulnerable families and individuals. Our country office will begin distributing shelter kits so that community members can construct or improve emergency tents near their homes. ADRA also plans to launch a safety and security education campaign to inform families about the risks of aftershocks and landslides, says Elizabeth Tomenko, Senior Emergency Program Manager for ADRA International. ADRA development and disaster response projects have been serving the Indonesian community for more than 30 years. Visit adra.org to learn more about ADRA's relief efforts and how you can contribute to the global humanitarian agency's mission. In Venezuela, Adventist Church provides free medical care to thousands of people in Andean City. For more than 3 months, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Venezuela provided free medical services to thousands of people in Mérida, a city in the Andes Mountains in northwestern Venezuela. Healthcare services were provided by more than 70 medical doctors, 15 leaders, and dozens of church members who volunteered their time and expertise to assist more than 2,700 people. It is the first time free medical services are extended more than a few days throughout the West Venezuela Union Territory and part of a larger strategy to offer assistance to so many who are not able to access or pay for such services, church leaders said. The dozens of health professionals who took part in the citywide impact included some from the local region. Others traveled to Mérida for specific days to offer services in various areas, including general medicine, physiotherapy, dental, nutrition, psychology, ophthalmology, pediatrics, and gynecology. The group also performed dozens of minor surgeries and laboratory services. Mongolia Mission Women's Ministries Leadership Certification Program graduation. The grateful hearts of Seventh-day Adventist women in Mongolia are full of a sense of achievement and, yes, satisfaction because they have completed the 4 levels of training courses in the General Conference Women's Ministries Leadership Certification. On October 22, 2022, 112 women received the certification of continuing education from Andrews University at the Ulaanbaatar Central Church in Mongolia. It was a celebration that was filled with many joys, since this is the first time our sisters in Mongolia received the certificate from Andrews University. Under the leadership of Uyo Batsik, Mongolia Mission, Imam, Women's Ministries Director, the graduation program was a time for celebration, gratitude, inspiration, and a new commitment to serve Jesus as a chosen vessel. I was dreaming of this day when I could see our sisters receiving this achievement as a recognition of their dedication and service to the SDA Church in Mongolia, says Batsik. Samyuk University establishes networks of Adventist universities worldwide. Samyuk University officially launched the International Society for Academic Advancement, ISAA, to revitalize academic exchanges and cooperative networks among 120 Adventist universities worldwide. ISA began to be planned in October 2021, when Samyuk University held the ICSU, International Virtual Conference of Samyuk University, 2021, commemorating the university's 115th anniversary. Based on the participation of more than 120 Adventist universities worldwide, the conference, composed of 5 divisions and 12 sessions, was successfully concluded with 1,032 professors, researchers, and students from 54 countries registering. Kim Il-mok was elected as the first ISAA president, and Ko Won-bae, Dean of Samyuk University College of Science and Technology, and Kim Sung-woon, Dean of the Samyuk University College of Culture and Arts, were elected as auditors. ISAA will be officially registered as an international conference with the National Research Foundation of Korea. Symposium discusses the role of Ellen White's writings in contemporary Adventism. The South Pacific Division, SPD, hosted a symposium on Ellen White and contemporary Adventism on November 6, an all-day, online event that featured 6 keynote presentations, 4 short videos about Ellen White's life in Australia, and live Q&A sessions with the presenters. The symposium was the result of close collaboration between 4 entities: the SPD's Field Secretariat, the Ellen White Research Center, the Adventist Heritage Center, and Adventist Media. That marks the end of our headlines tonight. Thank you for staying tuned to the end. Don't forget to like and share the video. I have been your host for tonight, Janny Rabson. Have a nice week and may the Lord bless you.